Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today I'm sharing my third decluttering video and I'm actually decluttering my foundation drawer. I won't give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like now because this is actually it cleared out, which is very exciting because I had far too many foundations and I'm really excited that it's just so much more manageable now, and I actually think I'll be able to use the majority of these foundations soon, which is very exciting. But if you haven't seen my lipstick decluttering videos, I'm going to link those down below. Since this is quite a long video, let's get started. So this is largely my foundation drawer, but it also has other bits in here, so I'm going to empty it out. We're going to do foundations and tinted moisturizers, but primers and concealers and other stuff that's in here we're going to have to save for another video because I've learned my videos get too long. So let's get started with this. I can honestly say I did not realise I had quite this many foundations. This is a bit crazy. 58. So it's definitely time for a massive clear out. Quickly through the collection because it's insane. I'll be completely honest, I probably have only used in the last couple of months maybe about 10 of these, I would say, which just highlights how absurd it is to have this many. Over here we have quite a few bare minerals. There's actually 4 here. We have to go through those. There's some Hourglass foundations. As nice as it is that brands send numerous colours, I end up keeping them and then this absurdness happens. We have Urban Decay, quite a few IT Cosmetics around the back, some Charlotte Tilbury just here. What's here? This is, oh, this is really expensive, which is why it's here. This is Eiselberg, I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce that. Marc Jacobs, Trini London, Too Faced, Dolce & Gabbana, Fenty, just loads. So let's get started with the ones that I have used recently. So first, these, they look a bit grubby, but I use them every time I wear makeup basically. I find that this packaging does get quite grubby. These are currently my holy grail products. This is NARS Sheer Glow. Barcelona I wear in the summer or when I have fake tan on, and then Santa Fe is my winter colour, but love these, highly recommend. Keeping these, I'm actually running out, but I feel like I can't realistically repurchase when I own this many foundations. Next, onto another one of my favourite foundations. This is Estee Lauder Double Wear. I wear the shade 2N2 Buff. Love this foundation and definitely gonna keep it. Again, it's coming to an end, but I really do love it. Then we'll jump all the way back here. This is a huge, I think, QVC special light medium IT Cosmetics CC cream. I think this is a great product. I recommend it to a lot of people, but sometimes I like it on my skin and sometimes I don't. I'm not sure why. However, light medium is by far the best colour for me, and this is a huge, how big is this? 75ml one. And then I also have these 3 IT Cosmetics CC creams. We have illuminating and oil-free matte. I have dry skin and actually the oil-free matte is not bad at all. If you are worried about that, then don't be. Like, it's honestly still a great CC cream. The illuminating is good too. I actually just prefer the original, if I'm completely honest. I don't know, should I keep these? I actually think maybe I'm going to give these away. They are great, it's just that I have that massive one, and it's tempting to keep these because they're all different shades and different textures, but the truth is this is huge. I'm nowhere near finishing this, so I think I'll get through this before moving on to one of these. Maybe I will keep this matte one. I actually weirdly prefer the matte oil-free over the illuminating one, despite the fact that my skin is dry. And this is in the shade medium, which means that I can wear it in the summer, probably more so than I can wear the light medium. And actually, this is just too big if I want to travel with it ever. Oh, I'm really torn between these two. Let's try. I'm definitely going to keep a medium, so let's get rid of this one, which is a light medium. I have never used this one in the medium, so I'm just going to give this away to one of my friends. I will keep this one. Okay, on from that, these, which look a bit grubby. The packaging on this just isn't the best ever. It's also like a bit cracked as well, but I'm going to keep both because I really like them. I have a light medium and a medium, and I love them in summer, so keeping both. On to these, which are Lottie foundations. I'm gonna deal with that in a second, but this one is closed, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. This one is the Lottie Velvet Skin Tint Foundation in the colour medium. This other one is light medium. I think medium will be too dark for me anyway. I am, especially at the moment, I'm quite fair. Yeah, time to get rid of that. This is by one of my favourite brands, which is Omovitska, and this is the Complexion Perfector SPF 20 in the shade medium. This shade has just never been quite right for me, which means I've never really worn it. I think it's just too dark for me, and you kind of can sheer it out, but it's too dark, so what's the point? I'm just gonna get rid of it. This, because I feel like I'm gonna be quite controversial about it. This is the Marc Jacobs, don't know why I'm holding it upside down, the Marc Jacobs Youthful Longwear Foundation in the colour Shameless, which is Light Art 250. Now this actually expired like 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to try and use it. I know that might be a bit controversial because it has an actual expiry date on it, but I just feel like it'd be a real waste for me to bin it, especially because I'm going to take that as a best before rather than a use by. And so I'm just going to leave this out, and then I'm going to try use it over the next like 2 weeks or so, and then I will bin it, even though there will still be quite a lot of product left. I just feel like then it's properly expired. It would have been a month or so. So I'm just going to keep this out and give this a go. I've had this for a while. I have used it. I just clearly didn't use it enough, and so there's still quite a lot left. This is from Beauty Blender, and this is the Bounce Foundation. I have the shade 2.50. I'm going to get rid of this. I really didn't like the concept of this. You like pump it out. I don't know if I should show you. Oh, I'm a bit scared. Oh, there we go. So you pump it out and then it kind of like pours down here. Dip your Beauty Blender into that and that's your product. Bit weird, bit grubby, just not wild about it. I'm going to get rid of it. I love Beauty Blender as a brand, but this concept I found a bit strange. Onto my newest foundation product. This is a skin tint, so it's a very light base. This is from Glossier. I haven't really used this enough to judge it. I have the shade G8. I'm not sure if this is quite the right colour for me, but I'm going to hold on to it, going to give it a go, and then I will report back very soon. I'm into lighter bases recently because I just love concealer. It's potentially a product I'm going to love, but we'll see. I have 4 Bare Pro foundations. It just seems a bit much. I have the shade Golden Nude, Sandstone, and Natural. I mean, I only really need 1 sandstone, so I'm going to get rid of the other one. This one's the most used, so I'm going to keep the one that's the most used and get rid of this one. I actually do quite like this foundation. I don't know if it's got the best reviews ever, but personally I'm a fan. This one is Golden Nude. I actually think that is an excellent colour match. Sandstone I wear more when I have fake tan on, so I'm going to keep Sandstone and Golden Nude, and that means I'm going to get rid of Natural. So please excuse the packaging, they're really grubby because they just are basically. This is Elizabeth Arden Provage Anti-Aging Foundation. Honestly, this, I don't think this is quite for my age group. I'm still in my 20s, but I did really like it. It's super hydrating, so if you do have a dry skin, this is great. I've had these for a really long time and I think they've probably gone off now, and like I said, they're not really for my age group anyway, so I'm going to get rid of these. I just put a little bit on my hand. Clearly this shade is too dark for me, but honestly this is a lovely foundation, especially if your skin is on the drier side. It's probably my favourite foundation for dry skin, but it's also just too dark for me. Then I'm going to keep this. This is True Match by L'Oreal. This is my favourite drugstore foundation. I think it's a really great foundation, especially for the price, but just generally I think it's great. I have the shade, I think it's like Neutral Free, but I can't actually find the shade name, but I love this. It has SPF 17 and I just find that it's not too drying on my skin, which is an issue I sometimes have. There's another great drugstore foundation, which is this. This is L'Oreal Colour Stay. If you're on the oily side and you're looking for a drugstore foundation, this is the one I always recommend to my friends. I think it's great, it's affordable, it stays matte, which is great. This is the colour Sand Beige. It's brand new, I haven't used it because this one is for oily skin and I have dry skin, so this one can go. One that I do think is nice for dry skin is this one by L'Oreal. This is the Lasting Radiance. It's a medium coverage anti-pollution foundation. This is the colour True Ivory. Honestly, this might be one that I can get rid of soon-ish, but for now I'm going to hold on to it. These are Urban Decay All Nighter. I really liked these. You can tell that they are basically like halfway through, so I clearly did like them. I have shade 4 and 5. I'm going to get rid of them just because I've had them for too long. Something has to give, and today it's going to be these. I did like them though, but I would recommend them if you're looking for like an oil-free long wear foundation, but I'm kind of not, if I'm completely honest. Two Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. I have the shade 5 and 6. I'm going to hold on to these. I actually don't think I like this foundation, but I want to at least try it one more time before deciding that for sure and getting rid of them. Because honestly, lots of my friends have said they love this. So I want to see if maybe I was having an off time when I used this initially. So I'm going to hold on to these for now. This one here is Shiseido Synchronized Skin Glow. I think this will just be too dark for me, to be honest. Yeah, that's just too dark, so I'm going to get rid of it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I'll hold on to it because I tan quite well in the summer and I fake tan, but I haven't worn this even when I have had fake tan on, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So I did say that the Glossier foundation is my newest foundation, but it's actually not. This one is. This is the Code 8 Day to Night Natural Polish Long Wear Foundation. This arrived, I think, yesterday. I'm a bit unsure how I feel about it because I just think this colour is a bit light for me because I typically fake tan my face. It's also a bit yellow, but I am going to hold on to this because it might suit me more so when I don't have any fake tan on, so I'm going to keep it. I actually would really like to try this in my shade as well. This is a new launch and I have the shade NW15, and if it correlates to MAC, I'm usually about NW20, NW25, so that's why that's too light. And then from the same brand, this is Code 8 Radiance. Is this too dark for me? I know it's too dark for my hand, but I'm wondering if it'll be too dark for my face. Maybe not actually, so I'm just going to hold on to that. I don't have any fake tan on my hands at the moment because I was too lazy, so I just fake tanned my face. So then I have the Eisenberg Corrector Fond de Teint Corrector Invisible. Then I have this one from Eisenberg. Now, I have had this for a while, but I think I've had it for too long and it's probably time to get rid of it. Since I've been doing these videos, I do have a little bit of an issue with expiry dates on foundations. So I don't know if you guys know, I'm gonna have to find one. So for example here, this says 12 months. So I think the idea is that once you've had it for 12 months, you need to get rid of it. Now my issue with that is that not everyone wears foundation every day. So some people in those 12 months may have only used the foundation 3 times. And I just think it's unrealistic to expect people to throw foundations away having just used it such few times. And although I do think it's a guide that's worth keeping in mind, I think realistically it's probably okay to keep it for a little bit longer. Just smell it and see what the texture's like, and if it's not great, then throw it away. But if it seems like it might be okay, or if you haven't used it much and you've been quite careful to not contaminate the actual product, then I think that's probably okay. That said, I think I'm going to keep this. I just want to try it because I feel like I really haven't used it very much and it's just an outrageously expensive foundation. This one here is L'Oreal Radiant Finish Normal to Dry Skin Hydrating. I think this shade just isn't right for me. I think maybe even with Fake Tan it might be a bit dark, but I'm going to give it a go because the fact that it's hydrating really tempts me. Now onto the Burberry Bright Glow Foundation. This is just too dark for me. This is a shade 26. I need to make an effort to just get rid of foundations if they're too dark for me ASAP, because I also think this is probably expired because I've had this for quite a long time. So time for this one to go. Chanel Lumiere in the shade 30 Shell. I'm going to hold on to this. I need to use it and then decide if I want to get rid of it or hold on to it. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation. I've never really got on with this foundation. I find it very strange. It's just very watery, and then I think the shade's never really been right for me. Then onto this, which is from Guerlain. This smells like Parma Violets, which I absolutely love, but it's really too dark for me. It's a medium. I'll show you just how dark it is. It's just a weird tone. It's like very orange. I don't know. Is it even a foundation? I think so though, because it does say Sheer Makeup Baby Glow Effect. I think it's a foundation and I think it's too dark, so I'm just going to let it go, but it smells amazing. Tinted moisturizers, I used these in the summer. These are the NARS Pure Radiance Tinted Moisturizer. I have Grooveland and San Moritz. I'm going to keep both, at least for now. Okay, this is another one from Becca, and it's in fact a primer, so it doesn't need to be in this video. I'm going to get rid of this one from Lottie. It's not that it's a bad foundation, it's just that I have so many and I can't keep this many, especially because I feel like I have so many to try still. Maybe in the future I'll try this, but for now I'm happy to get rid of it. This is from Makeup Forever. I loved this foundation for the longest time, but I'm happy to see it go. Honestly, it's getting quite hard, like I don't really know where to go. Okay, let's try this one, which is the Beautifying Foundation from Guerlain. This is in the shade Natural. Can't help but wonder, why is this so dark? It does say Sun Kissed Heavy Glow, but it says it's a foundation. I'm really confused by this. I feel like this is one that I actually just need to Google and decide like what is it, and if it's like a bronzery thing, then maybe I'll keep it, but if it's foundation I probably will let it go. Then I have 3 foundations from Too Faced. I actually really like all 3 if I'm completely honest, but these 2 are both in the shade Nude. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of this one, which is in the shade Nude, and keep instead the matte version of it, and then just hold on to Light Beige in the original Born This Way foundation. Fenty, I actually love Fenty as a brand, but I don't think I like this foundation, but I would like to give it another go just before I decide that, so I'm going to hold on to it for now. Armani Luminous Silk, I feel like I've been keeping this for best, which I just can't do because stuff expires, so I'm actually going to keep this out and try and finish this over the next couple of weeks. I have 2 Clinique foundations. I'm going to just keep one. I'm actually just going to keep the Even Better Refresh. I do like a sheer foundation, but I just feel like this one's more versatile because I can sheer this out, whereas building this up might be a little bit harder. Dolce & Gabbana, the foundation, Perfect Luminous Liquid Foundation. I think this is actually basically new, but I have had it a while. So it's kind of like, do I think it's off or do I think it's absolutely fine? I'm really unsure. I think maybe I'm going to try it and then decide, but I have had this a while. I can't pretend I haven't. Zoeva, this is actually a really nice foundation. I've really liked it. I think it may be a little bit too dark, but I'm happy to try it and then decide. Oh, I feel like I'm getting a bit lazy with it. This is the Marc Jacobs Full Coverage Foundation. I find this exceptionally messy and due to that I'm just happy to let it go. And also it's full coverage, and I know I said that I really love double wear, but typically I don't love full coverage foundation, so I'm happy to let this go. I have 3 NARS foundations. I do quite like this foundation actually. I don't like it as much as I like Sheer Glow, because I absolutely love Sheer Glow, but this is a good foundation. I'm just going to choose the lightest and the darkest and get rid of the middle shade. So I have Fiji, which is light 5, and then I have Santa Fe, which is medium 2, and Punjab, which is medium 1. Oh, I'm tempted to keep all 3. I'm going to keep all 3. I will get rid of one soon, I promise, but they just all seem like they'll be at some time a good colour match for me. And then finally we have 3 Hourglass foundations. This is the Hourglass Vanish foundation. You can see that I've kind of used a little bit of each of them. It's just because I change my shade all the time because I fake tan. I feel that I'm going to get rid of Shell because it looks a bit pinker than the other ones. I can't realistically keep all 3 so Hourglass. That is, I think that was 22 or 21 foundations I'm getting rid of. I'm pretty happy with that, don't get me wrong. That's still far too many. I will be kind of making my way through these and getting rid of more over the next couple of weeks, but I'm quite happy with getting rid of all of these. A lot of them are going in the bin because I think they might be off. Well, I'm going to try and recycle them, but some of them I'm going to just give to my family and friends because I think they'll really enjoy using them, and there's some great foundations here, but at least they're not kind of clogging up my life, which really excites me. This video, I really hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this declutter, probably more than my lipstick, just because I feel like foundations I kind of like all the same colour, so they're weirdly not that exciting in my opinion, but it just made it so much more manageable, which is great. Exactly what I'm hoping to achieve with this decluttering series. Do let me know if you enjoyed it and if you spotted any of your favourite foundations in this video, because it would be really interesting to see if I kept it or if I got rid of it. But do let me know what you'd like to see me declutter next. I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do next, so I'm definitely open to suggestions down below. I can do blush, I can do bronzers, I can do concealers, I can do eyeshadow palettes or just general palettes, so definitely do let me know what you'd like to see next. But like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.